Hello.
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 Hello, everybody.
Hello.
I am Red Cleaver.
And I am Elytris, elf of the Horde.
And this is Vivian, totally neutral.
And this is Yagu, sort of hard, sort of not.
He's undecided. Yes, hello and welcome to our first live recording of the Argent Airways podcast, live on our Discord server.
Yes, indeed.
And,
we have 14 audience members today.
Yeah, we certainly
And
do.
you all have the opportunity to speak whenever you feel a question or a topic bubbling.
Speaking of topics, do we have one to discuss for the moment, Ella?
Yes. I'm going to now. We have today, what sort of unplanned RP events have you come across? Like conflict ones, muggings, robberies, like natural RP that
Things
you've
that
come
happened-
across along your ways.
Things that happen completely at random in the world that you've randomly come across, in other words, yeah?
Yes.
And
the
remember,
best
you
kind of
guys,
RP.
if you want to get on stage and tell us about your random RP moments, just raise that little hand and we'll pull you on.
Yep.
Yeah, I think there is a lot of random RP to be found in places like Stormwind, and some of it is not always considered the most classy or tasteful style of RP. There are a lot of
Yeah.
unsavory characters there.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe Kari, who's in the audience right now, has been mugged how many times, Kari? At least 3 times, I think. Oh, at least 5, says Kari.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Like the other day, we were at the bingo behind the cathedral. And there was somebody right behind her whispering her, "Oh, can I please mug you?" So
That
it's a
is the
very nice
strangest
way to
thing.
go about it. If you're going to pickpocket someone, to whisper them beforehand.
Gentleman thief. Or lady thief.
Yeah.
Yeah, because apparently it was
Oh.
Yasmin. It wasn't
It's the amount
me,
of
she
times I've
says in the
had
chat.
salesmen. Yeah. Amount of times I've been walking through, quite a lot of times in Orgrimmar actually, just walking through Orgrimmar and you have someone trying to sell you something. It's how I got my first in-character mount, was someone came up to me and tried to sell me a Kodo, and I just ended up with a Kodo.
Kodo. Wow. How random.
Welcome Lenway as well.
Yeah.
Yes, that's another type of random RP that I love, when you suddenly walk into somebody using musician.
Oh, yeah.
I'm saying
absolutely,
that
yeah.
also because Lenway just joined the chat. Hello, Lenway.
Hello, Lenway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are talking about random RP coming at you while RPing.
Yeah. What random encounters have you encountered as you wander the vast world that is Azeroth?
I
So,
can't think of many myself.
This
No?
reminds me, did I mention this in a previous episode? My first ever RP encounter with between a goblin and a gnome.
I think you did, yeah.
Yeah.
But we can repeat it again for
Yeah,
those
go
that
on.
haven't heard it.
Yeah, first didn't heard it then.
Oh, it's my first ever RP was a random encounter. I was walking around, not really an RP yet. I didn't even have like TRP or anything. And there was this goblin and a gnome arguing in character about who has better inventions,
Oh, yeah.
and they were like showing off different inventions they had using mounts and toys and whatever. And they asked my character at the time to be the tiebreaker on who had the better inventions.
Mhm.
Sorry to Alliance, I chose the Goblin because I'm a Horde player.
Of course. The better faction.
But that was my first ever like random encounter and first ever RP really in WoW.
The better faction, the worst inventor. Yeah.
Excuse you? Excuse you, troll who lives in a mud hut?
I don't live in a mud hut, I live in a rock, thank you very much. And I'm building a home. He's building a home with his mate, thank you.
I think Reike has a random encounter for us.
Yeah.
Reike, it's entirely up to you. What do you feel more comfortable with? We can pull you on the stage or you can type it. But I think, for us, it would be easier if we just pull you on the stage for a moment.
Or you could choose someone to read it out if you have favorites.
As well.
Oh, that. We can use our best narrator voice. I wish I could do a really deep one, like in a world.
Yeah,
In a
like
world.
In a world.
Oh, there we go. Zoo can do it.
Yes, Zoo can do it.
If it's narrated, yeah, I can do.
Or can synopsis as well.
Okay. Reike is going to type it for us. Meanwhile, I like to bring random RP to people. For example, I still have, from my old gutter runner days, one urchin left in Stormwind. Her name is Dasher, and she has a top hat on her head with a bent spoon in the edge. She likes to go to random people, pull that bent spoon out of the rim of her head and say, "This is the spoon that saved Stormwind." And then she starts talking an entire nonsense story about how Prince Anduin saved Stormwind by using that very bent spoon against Doormat, against Deathwing.
Against
I'll explain
Doormat the
the Doormat
Wyvern.
thing later. And then she tries to sell the spoon for 2 silvers. So I love bringing random RP to
The one
people like
spoon
that.
to rule them all.
And now a little bit of context why I accidentally said Doormat instead of Deathwing. Vivian has a wyvern called Doormat.
Yeah.
Welcome, Chloe, as well.
Yeah, welcome in.
Oh, we have a first request to
Someone wants
speak.
to speak. Kari wishes to speak.
Yeah. And please welcome onto the stage Kari of TK Studios, everyone. When she gets here.
And she gets
There she is.
Yeah, there we are.
Hello.
Hello, darling.
Hello, darling.
Hello.
So on the subject of bringing RP to people, it brought to mind something. I have a goblin who I sometimes randomly bring out at the Dark Moon Fair after the poetry nights have happened. Viv knows what I'm talking about.
Yes.
And I just randomly one time decided to switch to her and do a random tour for the gnomes and the other people that were there of the zoo, and it turned out to be quite funny in the end.
Yes, you know how in the beginning of the petting zoo there is this, in the Dark Moon Fair, there is this small area and some NPCs are waiting there for the guided tour, not realizing that they are in fact part of the tour and that people can just look at them and take pictures of them. So we were at the Dark Moon Fair and of course Vivian decided to just go stand there and the whole group went to stand there. And then suddenly Kari's goblin appeared and started giving us a guided tour. Where at one point we ran into that giant bird. Remember that plane strider creature?
Oh yeah, and it just it attacked Viv. Just started throwing her everywhere.
Yeah, it grabbed Viv and it started flinging her around and smacking her into things.
How dare it attack Viv? Our favourite Forsaken. I mean,
and because my goblin's a bit cheeky, she was just kind of making things up as she went along. She had no idea about the animals really. She was just kind of making things up.
Oh, yeah.
We have Rike's encounter now.
All right, Zuyagu, give us your deepest in a world voice.
Oh, okay.
In a world.
Brace yourself, guys.
In a world. When I was running the excursion on Rika, a traveling guild, we were active around the time where Deathwing was flying around the burning buildings in Western Plaguelands. We were 10 people traveling, and we got stopped by an old frail woman who asked us to put out the fire on her house. It took the 10 of us 4 hours of random RP to put it out. We sadly lost the elderly person, rest in peace, but she showed up as a Forsaken 3 days later. When we arrived in Eastern Plaguelands at the Argent Dawn camp, that was a sad night, but rather wholesome. When we met her later that week, she did thank us Then she ranted about the red roses we had placed on her grave. She did not like those. She preferred sunflowers.
I
Don't
like.
forget the last word.
Ha ha.
I like how you leant into your microphone on the last bit. We said sunflowers. That was pretty good. Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
So Yagu, that was brilliant.
That was brilliant, Ziyagu.
That was really good.
That was
This is a
brilliant.
little
And
off topic, but that's
also thank you, Kari, for sharing your
yes.
moment as well.
Yeah. Mm.
This is a little off topic. That's such a cool idea, though. Is if you're role playing a human, if your character ends up getting in a situation where they may die, to come back as a Forsaken, that's quite a funny idea. Because then you can still keep RPing your character, but now as an undead.
Yes, like if you ever get bored of your human, come and join the dark side. Vivian will welcome you with open, bony arms.
Also, Ziyagu, you apparently got a fan because Monk's Hood.
Yeah, I saw.
Anyone else now attracted to Ziyagu?
Oh,
Yeah.
brilliant.
You should talk in that voice more often, Ziyago.
Yeah, so
Maybe I will.
this is going to be a feature from now on, guys. If you want Ziyagu to read out your RP moments in his epic voice, as we're not going to call it, then let us know.
Oh, I'm all in.
I'd be up for it.
I just love voice acting in general. Like,
Yeah.
Did you guys know that? What's her name? She does Sylvanas.
I know who you mean, yeah. Oh, I can't remember her surname, though. what's her
I
name?
can. Well, anyway, she's on a website along with the guy that voices Anduin, and you can actually pay them, and they will record a clip for you.
That's a good question from Everleaf
that's
as
it.
well.
Cameo. That's
Cameo.
it. Cameo.
Yes,
Thank you,
cameos,
guys.
yes.
Yeah, there are a couple of World of Warcraft voice actors on there. And I have seen one of the videos that Sylvanas made. It was so good, you guys.
Mm,
Yeah.
very
If you
good,
ever
yeah.
want to surprise someone, then... yeah.
Oh my god,
it's
can you
really
imagine
fun.
having a voice, excuse me, having Sylvanas wish you a happy birthday or whatever?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, that'd be brilliant. That would.
Yeah. The group at the time was about to do the raid group where you have to defeat her, and she was actually taunting them. She was like, "I'll be waiting."
Oh
It
god.
was so good.
I'm not sure which is worse, the fact that Sylvanas is saying that she's waiting, or the fact you're doing a Shadowlands dungeon in the first place.
Yeah, well, we didn't have much to do in those days. The new RPers will not understand the torment we had to endure during that
Hard times.
that
Hard times.
expansion. Yeah.
Oh dear me.
My only real random RP moment I've encountered, I think, were they were in Duskwood mostly.
Oh yeah.
The ones I can remember anyway, where all the really crazy stuff is happening.
Yeah.
Did you get attacked by a wild worgen?
No, I didn't get attacked by a wild worgen, but there was a couple of people just investigating a. Oh, let me know if I'm speaking too quickly as well. Investigating a flower on the ground, and I think one like dared the other one to go over, and that resulted in like clouds of shadow emerging and materializing, and
the Doomflower.
One of my alts was there as well. I was
I was there, and there was a fight between them, and it was a mind controlling sort of thing of putting fear into the character as well and stuff like that. But I had my character resist that and made his escape to inform others of the situation.
Yeah. I think we had on the same day we did encounter I know what Viv's on about, the White Worgen.
I don't think I encountered
the White Worgen.
Oh no, I said the wild worgen.
Oh,
but
wild
tell me
worgen,
about
right.
Tell me about the white worgen.
anyone who's RP'd in Duskwood for a while will know of the White Worgen.
I think
It's,
Yasmin does, but by her reaction in chat.
Yeah. It's I don't know the personality character at all, but I've seen them RPing so much, and I've met them quite a few times on some of my characters in Duskwood, and they're a very, very large worgen that kind of roams and strolls Duskwood, and many times they get into a lot of RP situations if you're randomly walking in the woods.
Oh dear. So if you're going down the woods today, be sure of a big surprise, a white worgen.
I had it once. There was a Pandaren and some like another worgen were arguing over something. My character comes over to see what's going on, and then the white worgen appeared to also see what was going on, and very quickly did he sort the situation out.
Yes, I can imagine. I had a RP situation, not exactly a random one, but it happened during the early days of the Iron Wolf clan. This was during a time when we were camping in the Barrens, because we had a camp that was just above the hills in Ratchet. I can't remember the actual name of the place, but it's quite well hidden. And we were in the Crossroads at the time. We just had our monthly brawling tournament called The Calling, for those who don't know. And we're having drinks during this event. And afterwards, we had a whole pile of these broken mugs that we needed to get rid of. So one of our goblins at the time thought it'd be a great idea to set them on fire and to get rid of them, which would have been a good idea,
Okay.
but the person didn't. The person used gas in order to set them alight, and
Oh dear.
of course the fire got out of hand, and several people in the Crossroads got involved to put the fire out. But the funniest thing was the fact that this goblin was running back and forth from the Crossroads Tavern to the fire. Vixie, I believe her name was, with mugs of what she thought was water in order to put on the fire to put it out.
Was it alcohol?
It was alcohol, and she was also throwing the entire mug onto the fire, which was making it worse. I thought, Crash was just standing there, my character was just standing there, thinking, how the hell did we get here?
Genius.
Was a frost mage when you need one.
There's a frost mage, yeah. Poor goblin. No, Micah. No, not the goblin. The goblin was causing it.
Genius goblin, more like.
Oh, dear.
One type of to come back to the topic, one type of random RP that was quite recent and is probably destined to die out sometime soon, is the RP in Hallowfall. Because right now Hallowfall is still used by RPers, but eventually, of course, the front will shift in midnight to other zones, and Hallowfall will likely be deserted. Which is sad, because one thing I love about Hallowfall RP is that the crystal can shift at any moment. Baladar can reach its shadow form, well, our characters don't know when. I mean, we do, but our characters don't know that. It can just be at random. And on those moments, everyone basically just drops what they're doing and heads inside. And everyone who's RPing in Arathi suddenly becomes on high alert and starts guarding everybody else.
That's nice. It's like a in-world part of, like an in-world trigger for random RP to happen like that.
Yeah. There were quite a lot. I remember, I'm going to show my age here saying this, but I remember when Wrath of the Lich King first came out, the event leading up to it, the plague event, where these random mobs will come and spread the plague, and of course players will take that one step further and try and spread it around the cities.
It
That
was
was
a
fun.
mess.
There was a time when people used to RP, what we called at the time plague bearers. It was just fun because no one knew who a plague bearer was, and they were just running around trying to spread the plague whilst other people were trying to stop it. It was like a zombie apocalypse moment. It was really good fun.
I think it's in similar style to the Hallowfall situation, and a random piece of RP I always get and still do get quite often is the boats. any of the boats, if you're sitting on there and there's another person on there, if they're a roleplay, it happens so much.
It's surprising, isn't it?
Between Ratchet and Booty Bay, that's where I've gotten it the most. Pretty much every time I've gone on that boat in character, I've had to roleplay with someone on there, and it's been so fun.
I remember
In a
when.
similar-
Sorry, Zoo.
So in a similar vein to that, when I was travelling, I think to Beauty Bay out of character recently, and Ratchet, there were these two humans that disembarked the boat in Ratchet and were just venturing in their way into the Barrens role playing quite early in the day as well, which was surprising.
Remember, audience, you can join.
Oh, that reminds me. Oh no! So recent thing. We have been on a campaign to Northrend. I think we mentioned it last episode, and in one of the more recent ones, we have had some Alliance riders go through in the middle of one of our events, which was really cool to see. It was like 10, 12 people all on horses rode straight down and through in Howling Fjord.
Mm-hmm.
It was wild to see because Howling Fjord is not very populated anymore by role players, and so it was so surprising to see suddenly 12 Alliance riders just go straight through
Yeah.
I can imagine that being quite a surprise.
on horseback. Yeah, it was so cool to see.
The only real stuff like that I think you get was when we had the Dalaran campaign after the crash,
Hmm.
when we were using Grizzly Hills as an out of character location for it.
Yes. Seeing people go and then come back all injured, that was quite fun.
Events like this, I think, drive RP because they make the world more believable. You know, they make the world feel more alive.
Absolutely, yeah.
As Vivian just mentioned, guys, if you've got a question you want to ask, feel free. Or if you want to join in the conversation, then feel free to ask or send a request to talk. You're more than welcome.
Adding,
Oh,
We
Viv,
don't,
you go.
we
you
don't
go.
bite.
We don't buy it.
adding to this, what you just said, we have a couple of people in the audience that have been in our podcast before. We have Kari, who runs TK Studios, Reike and Mikola there, Lenway is there. We also have one that I hope to pull into our podcast in the future, Yasmin, who organizes a lot of things.
Oh, yes.
If anyone has any questions to these people, with your permission, you guys, can they ask them in the chat or on the stage? Yasmin says, "Go ahead." That's good. Kari says, "Of course."
Yay!
Yeah, that's nice.
We have a great audience, don't we?
Yeah. I can imagine if some of you would rather just sit back and listen, but Reike also says it's okay. So if you guys have any questions for Reike or Kari or Yasmin, let us know, and we will pull you both on stage.
If you want to, of course.
Or you can type it if you're too shy,
Yeah.
and we'll just read it out in epic Zuyagu voice.
Yeah, that's a choice, guys. You can either come in and talk to us, or you can have Zuyagu talk in his epic voice. Which would you prefer?
I've not been
Vesha,
very
you're not
kept
shy.
up with.
Don't get me started. You're not shy, Vesha.
Yeah.
Come on.
I've not been very kept up with the current and recent expansion coming, with the Undermine. I am curious, will there be any big events to come with the Undermine expansion coming?
I hope they will be. I really hope so.
Similar to how they did the Hallowful stuff and the stuff in Ashkahet. Is there going to be anything to come with?
Can you imagine having events in the mines?
Yeah.
That would be such an interesting setting because we don't usually have such a atmosphere for RP, do we? RP in like an old abandoned mine shaft, which I imagine would be quite creepy.
That Goblin City as well in the Undermine. That's going to be crazy to RP in.
I am very curious about the racing as well. I think there's going to be a lot of RP racing going on as well.
Wacky Races, WoW Edition.
You're walking on the pavement, someone drifts by you.
Deja vu, I've been to space before.
Did you guys know that Vivian likes to race? She has a goblin trike, and that whenever she does, she almost always crashes.
Doesn't surprise me, I gotta be
I'm
honest.
walking here.
I'm walking
I'm walking
here.
here. Says Resha in our Discord chat, for those who, just for context.
Yeah.
Not just randomly saying memes here, I promise you. I'm
I-
walking here.
With the Undermine, as I've it's not a secret to some people, but I'm not overly keen on the goblin aesthetic. So I don't know how much of the stuff like that I would get involved with myself, but it would definitely be interesting to see what sort of things come out of that.
Yeah. Even if you don't like goblins very much, it will still be an interesting setting, at most. Oh,
Oh, I think we have a little text
We do
from Casporian that can be read out in Zuyago voice.
Casporian being a member of the Iron Wolf
Would you
clan.
like to?
Chloe, would you rather? Sorry, Casporian, would you rather have Ziagu talk in his normal voice or in his epic voice? Which you would prefer? Monks
Every
said-
now and then, listeners, you will hear a brief silence. That is because we are also reading the chat.
Yes, we're
Our
live on our
audience
Discord
members
server.
are a little bit bashful. They dare not come on stage and speak through their mics. So they speak through their keyboards, and it takes us a moment to read them out now and then.
Right, brace yourself,
This
everyone.
is a
Ziagu's
thing
about to
now,
talk
I
again.
guess.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
a thing now.
Zuyago epic
Okay.
voice. In a world.
My first ever interaction with Vivian was during a Kosh Harg years ago. I think it was on a female orc I was playing at the time. A huntress, she was standing by the main campfire. Vivian comes up and offers her an ego. As I recall, a drawing of her farm and needed aid with it. She couldn't speak, so it was her way of speaking, and she was drawing on a table to speak. It was so endearing and a nice random roleplay. Following the same happened on my other characters at the time. This was during the early days of BFA, I believe.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Also,
Absolutely
Viv was
amazing.
writing on a tablet, not a table.
Tablet, yeah. I remember that when we first met Viv, she was writing instead of actually trying to talk. Yeah, it was quite endearing.
Well, probably drawing. Viv can't write, you see.
Oh yes, fair enough.
Yeah.
My Ella's first experience with Vivian was when she was in the wheelchair.
That was recent.
Oh yeah.
Why
think
was she in the wheel?
that was-
Oh yeah, because she got beat up by the Blade Master.
Yeah.
Oh,
I hadn't
God.
long met Vivian before that happened, actually.
Yeah.
Why did you get beat up by the Blade Master again? I think it was because she was asked for some kind of training, wasn't it? Or
Well,
what was it?
I can tell you that because we were having a guild guild meeting, and you said in the guild meeting, as Chieftain Grashka Redcleaver,
Me?
that people could basically go in combat with each other, like a brawl, if they have beef with each other to fight it out, basically.
Oh yeah.
And the Blade Master had been a bit rude to Vivian throughout the evening, and Vivian was like, do I have to beat him up now? But, I mean, Vivian is a tiny Forsaken girl, and he was a huge Blade Master with lots of muscle. So, of course, Vivian lost completely. But still, though, even though Vivian got completely smashed, at least the guildies stood up for Vivian, and she gained a lot of rep that evening. And it did not end well for the Blade Master, I'm afraid. I mean, he's alive. He's just no longer part of the clan.
Yeah, he is alive. I hasten to add. We didn't end him.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. He didn't get smashed. Don't
No.
worry.
No.
I think, actually, I've just seen Resha about the first interaction with Viv offering an ego. I think my longest interaction with Vivian, the first initial one, was after the situation with the Blade Master.
hmm
And Zagu also got offered an ego there, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually type it Eggy, but I kind of like Ego as well.
Yeah.
Of course,
Eggy.
Vivian is the best Eggy,
The best Eggy.
of course.
Yeah.
As,
With Ella,
you-
it was in the wheelchair, it's helping Vivian up a hill
no,
because Viv couldn't get up the hill to the pistery, so Ella had to push her up.
I actually have a bar quote of that time when Vivian was in her wheelchair. If you bear with me just 1 second, I'll try and find it.
Oh yeah, this.
But as
I remember
Casporian
that.
just said, as Casporian said in the in our Discord chat here, the Koshag always offers many possibilities for random RP. The Koshag is, of course, essentially a meeting it on neutral ground in a place called Garadar. Fantastic event if everyone wants to go. Who wants to go to it? It's open to all Horde members. The next Koshag, as Resha pointed out, is at the end of March, on the 24th, we
Oh,
believe.
it's coming up already.
Oh, yeah, it's coming
Big
up already.
old tradition, that one. Lots
Very,
of fun games and tests you can do, and maybe this time the elves won't win basically all of them.
Yes! Oh, that was great.
Yeah, Orcfest, and the elves won everything, as always.
Orcfest
Oh,
and the elves won pretty much nearly every event. That was amazing.
yeah. Oh, I found the Bard quote when Vivian was in her wheelchair. Brace yourselves, guys. This is quite a funny one.
Oh boy.
Barg tries to start pushing Vivian's wheelchair. Cripple charge!
Oh god, I remember
Yeah.
the triple charge.
That's the one.
He just pushed Vivian into combat, didn't he? Triple charge.
And Vivian was waving her arms around, trying to get him to stop. I remember doing. Oh god.
Yeah. Getting Barg to push your wheelchair is probably the worst thing you can do when you're in one.
Oh, that was so funny.
Did he yell that, or did he say that?
He said he yelled that.
He yelled it. I mean, of course he yelled it. It's Barg. I mean, come
Yeah.
on.
I don't remember if I was witness to it, but I think I might have heard the yell, possibly.
I'm pretty sure that was during the time when we were in Coltiris, weren't we? We were in Stormton Valley for quite a long time.
Oh no,
Or
this
was that earlier?
the Blade Master was after I joined. Like, that was my first moot, I think, or one of the first ones I attended, which
Oh,
was
okay. Fair enough then.
when was that? That was like last year, middle of last year, roughly. I think.
Before my time.
Oh yes, before Ella, the baby of the group over here.
Yeah.
I joined on a Booty Bay. I went to the Booty Bay and met up with Zuagu and Gorgash.
Yeah.
And
That's when I joined.
And you got dragged to Durotar, didn't you? And
I thought Resha was the chief when that
Yeah,
happened.
I remember that.
Resha was the one who came to add Ella add Ella to the clan, and I thought Resha was the chieftain.
Yeah, I remember that because Grash turned to Ella as if she was addressing her, and found out that Ella was talking to Resha at the time because she said "Hi, Chief" or something like that. I think it was. And Grash was like, "Excuse me, yes, I'm over here."
Yeah. I remember that.
We are talking about the clan a lot at the moment, though.
Oh,
So-
yeah. I know.
Yeah.
I
I was going to mention some of the random RP in the Koshag.
Yes,
A lot of the
Koshag.
time was after all the events have ended, or like
Mhm.
after an event on a day it ended, everyone hangs around the big bonfire in the camp.
Oh
And
yeah.
a lot of the time people were getting drunk. And so the random RP was just people getting drunk and nearly fighting each other, but couldn't because there's no violence at the Koshag.
Yeah.
which
Take it outside the walls.
which leads to another Bard quote, which I believe was in the Koshag when he said this. Me challenge you to hug Gora.
What?
Hug Gora rather than mock Gora.
Hug Gora. Hug
Yeah.
Gora. Oh god. Never get into a hug Gora with Barg, you won't survive.
Bless him. Yeah, he will literally kill you with kindness. How did we meet, Yasmin? Obviously our characters, not us in real life.
In the clan many moons ago. I think.
think I joined the clan years ago. Oh yes, Kiki. Yes, you did
Which
join.
is this a different Kiki?
I'd assume so, because we know
I'd
the
assume.
Kiki. The Kiki we know now
Yeah.
is
The brute.
Troll.
It's a brute blood elf. Yeah, it was a Kiki, the brutish blood elf, not the troll that we know.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kiki was a fun character to have around because she was definitely nothing like normal blood elves. You know, there he has the pink orc.
Orc.
Yeah,
I can respect that as Ella. Ella is very similar.
I think one of my one thing I really remembered and was really hoping for in the Koshag
Mhm.
was the brawl event.
Yeah.
Is it the brawl event? It was outside the walls. There was like people into pairs.
Yeah.
The bowling tournament. Yeah.
Yeah,
That the
and there
elves
was
won.
an owl there.
Oh, yeah,
into
Resha
the
pulled the owl.
Yeah,
Yeah, Resha, everyone, not the owl out. Just so you know.
yeah. I was very much hoping that the owl would win and progress really far into the competition there. It was quite a shame when the owl got knocked out in the first round, to be honest.
Peter will want to have a word with you, Resha, because not only have you knocked an owl out, you also offended a moonkin. Oh, we have
She said, "Don't mention the moonkin."
Monkey wants to speak.
We have a request to speak. Everyone, welcome to the stage, Monkshood.
Hello.
Ah, Monkshood.
He's not here just yet. Bear with me a sec. I need to time that better.
Yeah.
There you go. You should be able to do it.
Hey, welcome, Monk's Head.
Hello.
Monk's Head.
Hello.
I've ascended.
You have ascended. Hello.
Look, we're all really shy. Someone's going to have to jump on the grenade, and it's I suppose it's going to be me. I've not got a lot to say. Big fan. I hope someone else now gets encouragement to get on, particularly Resha. I think you should come on now and explain yourself, because there's an IC Boomkin, the IC Boomkin. I was very highly offended that night.
Oh my god, were you at the moonkin I just mentioned?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Resha.
Resha.
The tables. Plot twist.
We may have to pull Resha up here against her will.
So I'm only kidding. Look, if you don't want to do it, don't do it. But hopefully someone else gets the courage to come up here.
Oh, that's
We're
brilliant.
not that scary, honest.
Resha does
And
talk a lot in
also,
our...
we're running out of topics, so if you guys want to give us one, then...
This moonkin topic was quite funny. I was going to mention it for the funny topics section of the podcast, which is going to come up in a
so
few
was
minutes
I,
time.
mate. Honestly, I was going to come in and talk about that.
Yeah. Well, feel free to now whilst you're here. You know.
Oh well, I didn't find it funny. Of course, I was deeply offended. So if she wants to come in and explain herself, then
Yeah.
no, it's not happening. It's not happening.
Oh no! You've offended a moonkin, Resha.
A whole community, actually. Yeah.
A northern
There's
moonkin
so
at that.
many people watching that.
Sorry, it's a chavvy, a yobbo northern moonkin.
Oh, can you imagine Moonkin speaking like that?
Yeah, that cross
yeah,
at that
well-
brawl fight, there was like hundreds of people watching there. There was so many people.
Guys,
that was an epic event. It was awesome.
Here we go. This is welcome everyone. Resha Gorsong, the person
let's
who
have
offended
it.
the moonkin. Let's have it, shall we? Come on, Mesh.
They're gonna brawl in this in this podcast.
Here she is. Hello, Mesh.
I just wanted to come and defend myself. I didn't mean to offend. I simply wanted to speak Moonkin. It looked like you were having a very nice conversation, so I attempted to speak Moonkin by doing a slash chicken dance.
Yeah, the slash chicken's what did it. I need you to understand how that can affect.
Yeah, and so it turned out that I mean, you can explain how translated.
We're enjoying the Moonkin Festival quite simply, spreading some good vibes, and then an orc tried to get involved.
Oh, it's the Moonkin Festival, is it, or is it the Loon Festival?
Yeah, the Moonkin Festival, as far as we were concerned. And an orc comes over and says, "I can speak Moonkin." Starts slash chicken, offends my my companion greatly. It was. I can't even talk about it, to be honest.
Too soon, is it? Too soon.
Too soon. No, it was awesome.
I mean, I was informed that my attempts at trying to speak with a Moonkin was
they were amorous.
Met with so it's become very.
No, I accidentally hit the flap, the flap keybind, and that's what triggered it.
Oh, okay, yes, yeah. I was like, oh my god, Moonkin can fly. Since when can they fly now?
It can sort of gracelessly flap.
For those who don't know, Moonkin are essentially half bird, half bear. I'm assuming they say that, but they walk on 2 legs rather than 4.
What is a Moonkin exactly?
It's like sort of owl, chicken, bird
chicken
combination.
Oh, they're not chickens. Let's not offend anyone again. Yeah.
Oh, come on now.
They are very noble creatures.
Yeah, supposedly Elune put them on Azeroth to guard her most sacred sites.
No, I did.
The awkward silence.
And I've just defended them. Oh god.
So think on. Yeah, no.
But why did Elune give them such tiny little legs and little flapping?
Whoa.
Speak with them to some respect, baby. I mean, come on. These are guys we're talking about.
I'm saying this is respectful.
These are Elune's blessed children. They're here to protect us. We must respect them.
Yeah, and as Casporian pointed out, they're also called wildkin in some places.
Oh god, my cheeks.
Laughing a bit too much, are we, Biff?
It's the convenience of that you were here during this and Resha was here.
Oh my god, yeah, that was hilarious. I was not expecting that at all.
You know, I've been looking for a fight from the beginning, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, because if there's one thing you don't want to do, people, you don't want to offend Moonkin, but you don't want to offend a northern Moonkin. But the last thing you ever do.
They can waddle over and peck you.
Yeah, that's about it.
Okay, they do the moonbeam, the foom, foom, foom.
Yeah, that's right.
Foom.
Sound
effects.
In all seriousness, I was grateful for the initiation because I'm one of those who really struggles initiating, get a lot of anxiety and shyness about it. So, no, thank you for that. That was fun.
No problem at all. I think we've all learnt a lesson here, haven't we, Resh?
Yeah, you sure told her.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that. Sorry. All in good humour.
Yeah, I have learned my lesson.
Yes, remember everyone, we must respect the Moonkin.
Yeah.
Hashtag
That's
show
it's a good lesson as well for, like, I count myself as one of them, people that aren't comfortable initiating roleplay and would prefer others to initiate it. Mm-hmm. And then it can lead to funny moments like that we can all have a laugh about.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I had to say, out of character, I was just dying, just reading all through this little encounter between Resh and the Moonkin. It was just hilarious.
We took a bit of liberties there. Resh adjusted this last chicken. It was me who decided that we would interpret that as an amorous advance, and that was no. I should have really whispered whispered you first before doing that because
that killed
you
me.
get to decide what you said in Moonkin. But I thought that would just be funny. Yeah.
Well, it was one hell of a random RP encounter. I'll tell you that much. My God, that was
quite
hilarious.
nice because it was a chain events of random LP, so I ended up trying to flee for my life to avoid this Moonkin and bumped into another Drakthir. It was like, can I hide underneath your wing, please?
Just offending everybody.
Yep.
I can imagine the Drakthir going, do you mind? My wings are not to be hidden under.
Oh, they don't mind. Usually when Vivian gets wet because of the rain, she waddles up close to her Drakthir as well, and they almost always put their wing over her, as a little umbrella. So
special Viv treatment.
It's proof that Vivian is a different kind of Forsaken that everyone likes.
Well, you have to get to know her first, but those who do would gladly shield her from the rain with their wings. And then receive a free eggie in return.
Absolutely. Even the Gillenens love Vivian, according to Yasmin. And that's saying a lot, all considered.
Yeah.
Well, not all Gilneans.
Apparently
but
so.
she does.
Apparently so. I mean, look at what Yasmin's saying right now. Even Gilneans are
Yasmin
lover. The good
Yasmin
ones,
was
of course. Yeah.
hosting an event the other day in Gilneas, and I really, really wanted to come, but I was just too nervous.
Okay, cool. Yeah, before I step down, hopefully someone else has got the courage now to come and speak, because I want to hear from other role players as well.
Yes, Yasmin. Yasmin.
Yeah, before I step down, I just want to say I'm a massive fan. Keep doing what you're doing, because Azeroth, like, it's my safe space, so to speak, and some people will know what I'm talking about. So to be able to walk to work, it's cold, it's dark, it's miserable, put my headphones on and take that safe space with me and listen to your voices, it's just ace. And then the guests that you started getting on, I mean, you got Lei Jing. Oh, I don't want to miss anyone now in case I forget them. But and Ella, shout out to Ella. I'm sorry she couldn't be here. She's having problems. Yeah, Kari. Then Lenway, like, wow, and then Riker and Nick Mick. I'm like, I'm not joking here. Like, is Chris Metzen going to be next? Because it's just been great. Because no, I'm not. Honestly, like, to me, these people are. Do you know what I mean? They're important to me. Like Riker and Nick Mick. Their story. I mean, I live in a neuro-spicy household. So, I mean, their story in the documentary was just inspiring, and to be in here with them now is a bit surreal. So I want to say thanks to them. Sorry for gushing.
No.
You guys need to know that this will probably help more people than you realise, and just everything I said before. Yeah, sorry.
Very nice words. Thank you so much for them.
Yeah, thank you very much. It's very encouraging.
So I'm going to step down. Hopefully, someone else can step up and get the courage. Come and tell us about your character. I want to hear about it.
I believe we have. Well, once again, thank you very much. But wow, I'm actually lost for words here now.
Resha, do you have any more to say, or you want to?
I mean, I will drop down as well. Come join the Shaman Circle. We're hosting tonight, but I'm sure we'll host another one in a month's time.
I believe you have an apology to make, though, Resha.
What?
Yeah, I believe you have an apology to make to all Moonkin out there.
Sorry. I'd like to make a formal apology to any Moonkin I may have offended at the previous Lunar Festival, and I will give an offering to the Moonkin god. I don't know if that Alun, I guess. Next time I come around Moonglade, I guess.
And thank you for joining us then, Resha.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. Bye.
Bye.
And stuff like that's why we do it, really.
Yeah, I'm legit lost for words at the moment.
People that place.
That put a lump in my throat. I must admit.
We have some more people with their hands up.
We do. Yes, I believe we have Yasmin, and we also have who else we got?
Red Fox.
We have Yasmin and Mirel Red Fox.
Shall we invite the both of them in?
Yeah, bring them both in.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, bring them both in.
Okay.
Okay.
I will try to do it.
If Discord, let's. Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Welcome, Yasmin.
Hello.
And welcome,
Yasmin.
Red Fox.
Hello.
Hello, Red Fox.
Hello. Would you like to tell everyone who you are before we start having a chat?
I'll let M go first. Red Fox can say.
Okay. Hi, I'm M. M, not Emmy, just M. Stormwind's favorite blacksmith and maybe a bit of a troublemaker. Usually with the dove or other companions, I guess. Always around, and yeah.
Fair enough.
Stormwind's favorite blacksmith. That's a hell of a boast.
Yeah.
I'm the biggest flirt of Stormwind as well. Watch them ladies, and we'll get them.
A bit of a magnet, are we?
Rumors.
Right. Hello, I'm Yasmin. I'm the GM of Blackwater Company, or Blackwater Syndicate as they used to be known. I host tons of events for Alliance and criminal events for neutral. This year I'm trying to get into neutral events for everyone. But yeah, that's it.
More neutral events. Yes.
Also, shout out to the Blackwater Guild. They are a very nice group of people.
Thank you so much.
They welcomed my walking into it, and I must say they are very welcoming, out of character.
Not at the pleasure.
What prompted you guys to raise your hand?
Well, I want to know what event you wanted to come to that you didn't.
Oh, it was maybe 2 or 3 days ago.
Was it the Moonlight?
Yes, that must have been it.
The Moonlit Whispers. It was our stargazing event. You should have just come.
Yes, but it said very clearly Alliance event only, and then I chickened out like a moonkin.
Honestly, you should have just showed up. I don't think Yaz would have been like, no, you can, I think Yaz would have lost her temper at anyone that was like, that Vivian, that Jane is a Forsaken. Hamfish showed up, crashed his rocket in front of everybody.
Oh boy.
But it was really nice. It was very wholesome. We didn't realise how many people were going to show up, so we had a raid full and more.
Wow, that was a big turnout.
Very big turnout.
Wow. I think a lot of people forget that, Worgans and the Moon, they have a connection. So I really wanted to put something sweet and wholesome on, something relaxing after we had that amazing Lunar Festival.
It was really good, wasn't it?
Oh, it was amazing.
Akrona, you outdone yourself.
Absolutely.
And your
that was
colleagues and friends as well.
So good, so good.
That firework display as well, chef's kiss. Wow, absolutely fantastic.
There were
I wish I came to it.
And the lanterns as well. The lanterns were absolutely amazing.
I've never seen so many lanterns.
Oh, it was fabulous, wasn't it?
My
the
PT
dancing
lagged.
as well.
My PT lagged a bit with all the lanterns, but it was definitely worth it.
I love every bit of it.
I just wanted to know what event it was because, you're welcome to them all. There are going to be some neutral ones this month in Gilneas, mostly because of the anniversary happening.
What was it called again? The restoration or
the reclamation?
That's the one.
Yeah, of Gilneas. So we've got a few neutral events. We've just had the neutral market, which Maddie put on. So thank you so much for Maddie, because that was a big hit as well.
Yeah.
And then we do the Rivals Den, which is a neutral brawling event for everybody to come in and just beat the hell out of each other.
Be careful, Vivian beat a Blade Master. No, she didn't.
Not a Blade Master, but a demon.
No, I think Vivian would be our champion if she came in.
Honestly,
nobody would dare to touch her.
Wants to hit her.
Honestly, you should see Vivian. If you put Vivian in front of demons, you wouldn't recognise her. She goes ballistic. It's hilarious to watch.
Yeah.
I think that's the next black marker in the Thunderdome. We just need Vivian and some demons, and we'll just let her just go mental.
As Gasporian said in the chat, don't put her in front of an infernal.
That's true. She once decapitated an infernal.
Yeah,
would you decapitate?
And that's the thing about Vivian. She can be cuddling her plushies and naming all of her plushies and playing little games with them on one moment, and decapitate an infernal on the next.
As you do, yeah.
As you do.
So glad there's so many events going on in Gilneas now, because Gilneas is such a nice vibe, I guess.
Oh, I love Gilneas.
I tried to do as many... Oh, sorry.
No, that's all right, babe. Not Vivian, sorry, Yasmin.
I tried to do about... Well, at the moment, I'm not even sure how many I've got going on for this month, but 2 a month, roughly, in Gilneas. And that's without including the neutral ones in Gilneas as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it is hectic, but I love it. And I just want to say that also the Gilneas Denzins community, they honestly, without them, I just wouldn't be able to do a lot of stuff because they help out so much. So,
have you noticed, Yasmin, that in one of the first episodes when I introduced the Gilneas denizens, that I accidentally called them Adu? Because I didn't know it was ADEU.
ADEU. Everyone says that. We've got it.
Gilneans denizens Adu.
I have it on the taverns of ADEU, and everyone's like, Adu.
Taverns of
Adu.
So I'm not the only one.
Do you like RP? I do. Sorry, bad
do.
joke.
I do.
I do.
I do.
I do.
Oh, dear.
But yeah, and if there's any questions, feel free to ask. Otherwise, I'm happy to step down.
Just one. This is not entirely fleshed out yet, of course, because you're still in the preparation stage. But what sort of neutral events did you sort of have in mind for the near future?
So I have spoken to Maddie about doing probably a neutral market twice a year. I know we have a few markets going on at the moment, so it's not something I heavily want to work on. I also want to work on things like races and games and just like fun events, storytelling, where everyone can come together and be like, well, you know, I met a Tauren the other day and he told me this type of story, and just something probably that your character can go to other faction members and be like, oh, I met this person, blah, blah, you know?
I might have something for you there, yes, to help you. Because I remember some time ago we tried to do something similar with our guild. But back then, of course, cross-faction roleplay wasn't exactly a big thing.
Yeah. Honestly, if anyone wants help or if anyone has ideas and wants to help me out, my DMs are always open. Like, I will do anything I can to help anyone.
That's good to know, because you're very good at creating and hosting and maintaining events. I'm sure there's people out there who've always been thinking about doing something, but just can't take that final step. And you might be able to take it with them.
Oh yeah, 100%. Always happy to help everyone. Due to Hamfist, we are possibly looking at putting on a Miss Stormwind and Miss Gilneas event.
Oh wow!
Oh wow!
And Horatio, I will say that Horatio also mentioned it. But depending on how well them two events work, I will look at taking it to like Miss Orgrimmar and Miss Azeroth in the end. So,
and then of course Miss Azeroth. Yes, indeed, where everybody comes together and we have to decide for the ultimate Miss.
Yeah, and they've got. But I would like a certain TK Studios GM. him. If she'll help out with outfits for the models and stuff. And on that, I know that Ella from the Dove mentioned that I'm working with her on a bard event, which is Battle of the Bards. It won't be out this March, mostly because I'm so full at the moment. I just need time to sit down and plan it correctly before we do anything. But yeah.
Yasmin, about the Miss pageants, can it also be a Mister?
Why not? Mr. and Mrs.
Well, yeah, why not? We're doing Miss and Mrs.
Yeah, why not?
Mr. and Mrs. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a shell of an idea for now, because I still need to figure out what we'll get them to do, what questions we'll get them to ask, and you know, what we'll answer. Sorry. So yeah, it is definitely something that might happen the end of this year, closer to the start of next year.
Very cool.
Nice.
Well, thank you for the preview, Jasmine, and I hope that we can get you to join the podcast as a co-host sometime.
I would love that. Also, in April, we have a fight with Hamfist versus a bear.
Oh.
If anyone is interested.
Wow.
Oh my god.
So
I
will bet on the bear, just saying.
Oh,
it's a little bear. It's a little bear.
Aww.
Like a little cub. Is it a teddy bear?
So,
it's not a cub.
So what you're saying is that this bear is going to get hand-fisted?
Yeah, basically. Well, we'll see, won't we?
Yes.
It's just going to be a teddy bear. I think it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what will be a really fun event though, if anyone wants to try this. I don't suppose anyone remembers the days of the WWF
Yeah.
Yes.
wrestling. Imagine if there was a WoW version of that. People have their own
There is.
thing.
There is.
Yeah, there is.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
is that?
the Azeroth Wrestling Grand Prix, and it's going to start again really
brilliant.
soon. I believe it will be back on the 16th.
Oh, brilliant.
Yes, in the World's End Tavern in Shattrath. And this concludes Viv's calendar of the week.
Start and the end.
But yes, please go there. It's somewhere in Argent Archives. Well, anyway, you will see it on Argent Archives soon enough, because they have an Argent Archives page with all the information in there. Go ahead and see it. It's really fun.
We appear to have a latecomer to the show. Everyone, welcome Gorgash.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome, Gorgash, to the podcast.
I made it after like few months of not showing up.
Yeah.
Just a few months.
Gorgash
Yeah, just a few months.
is also one of our presenters.
I was totally not shy to join you guys.
Yeah, it's fine. You're here now.
Yippee.
Red Fox, have you got anything to add to our discussion here?
Okay. So, because I wanted to chip in with one of the random RP moments, and it's really funny that Jasmine just mentioned fighting a bear.
Mm-hmm.
Early days when I joined Argent Dawn, because I originate from Die Aldor, the German roleplay server. But at the end of Shadowlands, I switched servers because I lost my community, and I always thought like it's more active on a English-speaking server. At the early times, I didn't know like trolls and stuff, who was to talk to, and actually interacting with one of the known trolls, I won't mention the name, got me into really fun random RP, because my now good friend Aliciara is a druid, and she was drugged by them throwing something in their mouth, and it ended up in M wrestling a druid in bear form in the middle of Lion's Rest, which was out of nowhere. I was just talking, and all of a sudden I just see the growling bear, and it was like, okay, what's up here? And because M is like built like a brick house, she was like, hey yo, calm down, and she was like trying to talk her down and almost got attacked, and it ended up in a massive half elf and a bear basically in a standoff. And few days later they meet each other again, they talk, and well, as I mentioned, now she's one of M's best friends. She always jokes with them. And the funny thing is, it turns out the lady's blind, and she still shifts into her like other druid forms. And because of this, usually if I sit in front of my store, I suddenly just hear the sound of a bird hitting a window.
Oh no.
And it became a running gag that she just smashes into one of my windows just by flying blindly into them. And it gives me every time a heart attack, because I don't think about anything. Just talk to the people on the street, like having customers, and all of a sudden there just pops up the message that a bird hits the glass, and I'm like, oh god, not again. Which brings each and every time interesting reactions to the people that are just randomly about to buy stuff.
I can imagine
it's like a real bird.
Yeah, I can imagine that's led to some very interesting moments. So, all right, that'll be 5 gold. Oh, what the hell was that? kind of moments, you know.
There's the druid again.
Yeah, especially now, every time they talk, they just be like, M is like, yeah, just don't break my window. I'm surprised it didn't shatter yet. And if M does anything to annoy her, she's just like, yeah, beware, I gonna hit your window again. And I'm like, how do you even do this? You can't see it. And it's really funny.
Oh, it sounds
because
it.
it's a regular occurrence at this point.
What's your store called for those who don't know? Or
Oh
are
yeah,
unaware?
it was already mentioned in a prior episode. It's the Gallia Industries. It was just a smithing shop, but over the last year it upgraded to including like engineering stuff. And newly, my character has an apprentice now for engineering. So
Nice.
a little shout out to Van Hanna here, one of my guildies of the Dwarf. In general, a shout out to the Dwarf, Ella and Feltrand and everyone else. I won't start. Ian, who is here in the chat right now. So yeah.
Shout out to everyone you know
and
then. Shout out to everyone that is involved with your shop. I've been to your shop actually on one of my Alliance alts, and must say it's a very nice shop as well. Nice atmosphere.
I should go there on my alt as well.
I'm still working on the website. I started it ages ago, and now recently I finally made a nice spreadsheet for prices and materials. I went way too into it, which is for any other shopkeeper. How are you calculating your prices? Like, for real. I made science out of this.
Yeah. I think I can tell you how TK's does it. In the TK's logic, 1 silver is equal to €1, dollar, pound, whatever your main currency is. So if you're not sure how to price something, you can take that rule of thumb if you like. Like, for example, a cheap t-shirt in a shop can be a tenner. And an expensive t-shirt can be like 30 euros in the Netherlands here. So if I had to convert that to TKs, then it would be 10 silver up to 30 silver, depending on the quality shirt people pick. And that's how we come up with the prices mainly.
I think that's how we do it as well. So with the food and the drink, we tend to go by what prices are for, in the UK I do it. So, 2 silvers, it'd be £2, so that's roughly how we work it out. Keep it nice and simple.
This is how I know I can't be a vendor in Guinness, because I'll be too tempted to go 2 by the pound.
Oh, Yaz does that already.
If you're doing that, it's got to be in Guinness.
Oh right, yeah. 2 by the pound.
That's it. That's it.
Governor.
All right, Governor.
Oi, Gov.
All right,
Governor.
Proper.
For those who don't know, Worgen are based on Victorian English people.
Yeah, Guinness.
Yeah, Guinness. Yeah. For context there.
What is it that Ray Winston says? I'm the daddy now.
I'm the daddy now. I can't do Ray Winston.
If there's anyone else who would like to join us up here on the stage, just lift your hand. There's a little button for it somewhere.
Yeah, there's a wavy hand at the top right of the screen.
Yeah. Oh, I will step down. I just want to say, well, I want to shout out to my guild, of course, Blackwater.
Of course, yeah.
I love them all. They're amazing. But also, I want to shout out to everyone that puts so much hard work into their events. We see you, we love you, and thank you so much for your hard work. Never, ever put yourself down because you've only had 5 people show up to an event compared to some others, right? Just keep going, because them 5 people you are bringing so much joy to, so don't let that dampen your spirits.
Preach, yes. Preach.
And if you ever need help with your event, poke Yasmin.
Yes,
absolutely.
Please do. And thank you for letting me talk.
Thank you for coming up here.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming in.
I'll leave the stage.
Thank you, Yasmin, and thank you, Red Fox, as well. Thank you for coming to talk to us.
Before I leave, one more thing, because if we talk about events, if any shopkeepers are listening, on Sunday is a market. The Dove market, the Mage Quarter market. If any shopkeepers are interested, DM me, DM Ella Fraser from the Dove. we gonna hook you up with a place, with a stall. I already got information that the beautiful mistress of the TK Studios and yes, Jasmine, who already left, will join. So can't wait to see you all again. And I got complaints about Stormwind being laggy the last time we had a big market, so I want to replicate that. Just saying, more stalls means more fun for everyone.
More stalls, more fun, more lag. Yay, Stormwind!
More chaos. Yes.
Yay, Stormwind. Okay. I also thank you all for having me here, and I just crawl now and hide. Have a nice one.
You too, Red Fox. Thank you for coming. I believe we now have Kari who wants to come back on and talk to us about something.
Yeah. I was going to quickly message. Don't message me. Message Ella Frazier.
Yeah.
If you send me asking for a stall or anything, I'll probably send you to the Orgrimmar market.
Hello again.
Ella with 2 L's. Ella Fraser.
Yeah.
Hello again, Kari.
Hi again.
Hello.
So talking with events and stuff, I just thought, hey, why not shout out the next karaoke night?
Yes, please do. And tell us first, what is a karaoke to remind people, and how can they contribute?
So karaoke works by, we use a watch together link, which I shout out a few times before the event starts. And we kind of go in the order of the queue. So the queue that you can see the songs in the corner. And then I see people volunteer. So they just keep an eye on the list and then they volunteer to stand up and sing. And a few people in TK, including myself, have surprise songs in between. And it's just a fun little party every now and then. We tend to do it like every other month, if possible. Sometimes less, sometimes more, depending on what's going on in the game. Like Love is in the Air, for example, which is the next theme.
Yes, and it is on the 15th, right?
The 15th of February, yes.
And where was it again?
Sorima.
Sorima, yes. There is more information, and I think a little map as well, right? On the Argent Archives.
Yes, it's on Argent Archives if you want to like find any more details on how it works, because it can be a little bit complicated unless you have heard how it works or read how it works.
Yeah, or you can just join and dance your little heart out. It's just
exactly.
one
You
great
don't have
big
to
party.
sing. You can just turn up and vibe. Then it's completely fine.
And also, you use one of Lenway's add-ons, don't you?
Yes.
Yes, we use Storyteller for this.
Storyteller is without Storyteller, I think it would be very difficult to do karaoke.
Yes, so huge props, because Storyteller is a lifesaver for doing this event. It's fantastic.
So thank you for that, Lenway.
Yes, thank you,
Lenway. Thank you. You're awesome. Oh well, this has been one hell of an episode. I must say, this has been great fun.
Yes.
Yeah, it was for me. Yeah, right.
We're not being shit, Gorgash.
I love everything that you guys said throughout the 2 hours that you've been here. Like, I've learned so much.
Have you? You've been listening to us whilst you're working then?
No, really. I've quit because I had to focus on the job.
Oh.
I've been listening to like first 10 minutes, then I was like, nah, I'm going.
Fine then, Christ.
Well, we have been going on with this episode for quite a while now.
Yeah, it's been about an hour.
I was actually surprised that you guys were still here.
Yeah,
we are as
well. Let's go on till the midnight.
No. It's been an hour. It's been an hour and 15 minutes at this point. So I think we've done quite well so far.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. Seriously.
Yeah. Well, let's go for 2 hours then.
I mean, it is a special episode, but
Yeah.
But I think Graska's computer will die a horrible death if we make it very much longer and he has
trying to upload it. Yeah.
It's
In that
okay.
There won't be any
I will-
episodes.
It's
I
okay
will step down
if I
now.
Oh yeah, sorry. Oh, yeah.
All right.
I just want to echo what Yasmin said.
Mhm.
I'm also completely open to helping anyone who wants any help with events. Just hit me up. I'm completely fine with helping.
That is very kind.
And as was
Maybe.
mentioned before, those 5 people you might get in your initial launching of your event, those people will grow as well as word spreads of your event. So keep at it, and you will be successful.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like I did my first OOC cafe a bunch of months ago, and I had 12 people in total.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next OOC cafe, that amount was doubled because the people that were there the first time had so much fun that they all invited a friend, basically. So yeah, if you're starting out small with an event, don't lose hope. Just the next time you'll get a few more people.
Then a few more after that.
If you see the first couple of events as workshopping events, if you will, like finding what's working, what isn't working, don't be afraid to adapt your idea to what's working and make your event as accessible as possible. Accessible.
You may get me coming to poke you, Car.
Wait.
I've got some plans. Some things are in the work.
And
Nice.
Asindoi has a plan, everyone. Be nervous.
No.
Yeah, it is Ella as well. It's not any alts. I have plans with Ella.
I also want to say, like, if you have an event idea and you're nervous about it, just do it.
Mhm.
Like, just go for it, because even if you get a few people, it doesn't matter. Like, you're doing it because you find it fun, and I think that's the important thing.
I'm going to do my Emperor impression here.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
I honestly do it.
Hey,
We have someone that wants to speak as well.
Oh, yes, we have Everly.
I'm stepping down. I'm stepping down. Bye bye.
Bye, Kari. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you, Kari.
All right, we have now. I can't pronounce your first name. Everleaf. Joining us. Barry, just one moment.
I believe.
Everleaf will tell us how to pronounce their first name.
I hope they do.
Yeah.
Yes. And here is Everleaf. Welcome.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, and thank you for having me here. It is called Ainival.
Ainival, thank you.
Initially, it was planned to be Ainival, but that sounds just awkward. So Ain or Ainival is like he's getting hit up with.
Bist du ein deutscher Freund?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the one who sent me the message. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
I gave you a shout out last time.
Yeah, and I really appreciate it. Made me a wide, big smile on my face.
Hello to all our German fans.
Yes.
And
what brings you here then, Everleaf?
Yeah, talking of random RP and events, like I had that idea before to maybe connect that a bit, because we're mostly playing Tavern RP, and at some days it's just sitting there and talking like the whole bunch of people, the same bunch of people talking the similar topics, and it's cozy and it's fine. But to bring some like surprising factors in it, I was planning initially on making like a little storyteller character that is basically not a strong one, but like a clumsy explorer character that just loves to tell stories and comes around and sits there and talks much and fast paced and just likes to making eyes glow while telling the stories that have been occurred during the adventures. Like, as I mentioned, she isn't a strong one, but like, yeah.
So kind of like a traveling bard, only without the music.
Yeah, like a bit like Indiana Jones without the heroic stuff in it. Just like, oh, shit happened. I had to run, and then this happened, and this happened, and there was that puzzle. And how do you think I solved that? And bring some riddles in, and getting people to interact more within places that they might end up just sitting there and watching others talking, to involve them more and provide a spot that is like a safe haven to come back, and that they want to come back to because it was a lovely time for them.
Mm-hmm.
So I was always wondering if that is a good idea or not. And I asked a few people, and now I'm asking you, what do you think about making such a character that just jumps around and is lively and bubbly and tries to bring excitement to people in places where they are not supposed to directly find it?
Do it.
I think it sounds great. And so does Yasmin. She says, I think it's a fab idea. And Kari says, much fab.
Yep.
Yeah, sounds like a fun idea.
Grashka says, do it.
Do it.
I also say do it.
We also
Do it.
have
Why not?
We also have our Moonkin representative agreeing with you here. I'd love to engage
Yes.
with it.
Yeah.
Official title now. Moonkin representative.
For a second, I thought you meant Russia.
No.
After what happened on the festival.
We're talking about Monkshood, the Moonkin representative.
Ah.
Yeah.
But the storytelling idea is a fantastic one. So there needs to be more traveling bard characters. I think people who just travel from place to place, telling stories.
Isn't there like a whole race based around that as well? The Tortolan. They're basically traveling storytellers.
Yeah, that's true. You could take some inspiration from them.
Absolutely. You can be.
Yeah, I wanted
like,
to explicitly push it to the taverns, because we have from time to time some small players, like they're playing like kids, like Kirsidere. A few of you might have met the guy. Really fun to play with, really fun to interact with. And it's like, if there are people around that pretend to be kids or small or something like that, they could be easily excited for that. When just a person walks in that also cares for them, and it's like, yeah, if you go to a place and you have actually kids, like I have 2 girls, and I go visit places, and there is someone that just tells them stories and tries to interact with them in a nice and kind way, I appreciate that much, and also do my kids. So I was about to bring that idea also in the virtual world, because people that play like child characters, in my opinion, are people that are more open for the most emotional parts of the world. Like they're vulnerable and they try to express it that way, and to give them like a safe haven and a place to enjoy, actually. And I wanted to originally start that into the DAF, because also it would bring the people from the guild, which I honestly love with all of my heart, really much joy. Just wanted to try that and hear some opinions on it.
I think it's a fantastic idea, and I think the audience agrees here as well.
Yeah. Everybody who's typed in the chat so far thinks it's a wonderful idea. And if you do it in a neutral place now and then, you might get a Tisfi to visit you. Who knows? You may wonder, what is a Tisfi? A Tisfi is a Volpera kit that we all love very much.
All right.
Sounds adorable.
Let's see how it turns out.
Yeah, absolutely do it. There needs to be more what I call everyday characters, because everyone's come across, rather, in World of Warcraft, the heroic type character, and there's nothing wrong with that, of course. But as I mentioned in another podcast, it's the quote mundane characters that make the world interesting, like the bartenders. The
you need them both.
Yeah,
more peons. This is Russia.
Peons as well. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Like some of the best characters you can meet on the Horde side are the peons.
Absolutely, yeah. They're always a laugh. We have the best peon though.
Baurk.
Yeah, we have the best peon, Bark though.
It's time to start developing undeveloped characters.
We got the on.
Yeah, we got the peon. Yeah.
Yep. His words are pure wisdom.
Absolutely.
And his actions as well. Like that time he wore a dress on a Christmas party.
Yes.
Oh, good.
But yeah.
I was there and I was stunned. I was like, who the hell is... Oh, it's him.
Yes, of course. Well, Grash just stands there thinking, oh, it's Barg doing Barg things, you know.
Before we digress too much, though,
sorry.
Thank you very much, Anifel, for letting us know of your plans, and I hope you will do them.
Absolutely.
And thank you for joining us on stage.
Yeah, thank you for allowing that. And to close with what Emmy said before, M said before, as we tend to say in Germany, Tschö mit Ö is like a phrase to get out.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
very nice.
Thank you for coming, and good luck with the audio character concept.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Best of luck with that.
Mm-hmm. Well, we were talking about random RP encounters earlier. Gorgash, have you got any to add at all?
Well, if you would count this,
Mm-hmm.
I don't have anything else to say, so I'm just gonna spill this. It might be small, but it's the only thing I got. On the festival, Gorgash was just chilling with Damar because he's shy being alone. So he was just chilling with Damar, and I think Damar's mate introduced a night elf to Gorgash, because apparently the night elf was interested in Gorgash.
Okay.
Yeah, because in her words, he's hot.
He is a Black Rock. I mean, it can be quite...
Black Rock Orc,
Yeah, and he was shirtless at the time. And Gorgash was just, pretty dumb. He was stubborn. He didn't know, he was giving the signals,
He was giving the signals,
so
but didn't know what to do with them.
Damar and another friend. What was his name? Hold on, let me search. I think it was the Tauren Musa.
Mm-hmm.
They had to push Gorgash, go on, say something.
Yeah.
Oh god, that reminds me of real life so bad.
Oh, I was going to say, that awkward moment where you meet a girl you like or a boy you like at a party, and they're like, dude, go on, she's looking at you, go, talk to her.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And my head is spinning.
I believe we have Red Fox wants to come on again and having a word with us.
Oh.
Yeah. But also, I Russia with me here can on the festival the fashion what was it, the fashion thingy? Yeah, what was it called? Russia, help me out.
The fashion thingy. Was it Fashion Week?
Matchmaker.
Costume competition. Yeah.
Oh.
It was what was it? War of the Ancients thingy.
Oh,
and that was hilarious.
It was hilarious. Yes, I remember that event. That was absolutely fantastic.
Russia was the Logosh wild card. Meanwhile, Gorgash cosplayed Broxigar the Red, his hero.
Of course.
And their friends were just some random demons, like an imp and a Felguard, I think, or a Felguard or a Doomguard.
Like an imp.
Yeah, and we just barged when it was our turn. We just barged in, saying, "Loktar Ogar, just deaf to the demons," and we made a little stage. It was so embarrassing but hilarious at the same time. I loved it.
Yeah, that was a fantastic event. We need more of those events, Kari.
And Bertel was the Gnome Furion. Oh, and by the way, this was about the Lunafest costume competition. That was not Kari's. That was Krona's.
Pardon me then. Okay, fair enough.
But Kari does host a lot of costume competitions, but also fashion shows.
Very good. Welcome back, Red
There
Fox.
are going to be more this year.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I forgot a little tease because everyone is now teasing events. I have also something in the making. I already talked to the guild and we'll probably hit up people like Yasmin on this. Because I checked. I always find brawls like fist fight and all like this, but never like real full combat with weapons, like except the normal fancy tournaments. So I will plan I am planning a neutral event that's more in the direction of I'm not sure how it's pronounced, a bowherd. It's like full combat with blunt weapons. And make it like an arena brawl thing, and so like the normal fist brawls just with weapons, because I haven't seen one of those.
Kind of like a gladiator thing.
Yeah, exactly. Keeping it like with blunt weapons to not immediately kill those that partake, because I think the player rate would be smaller for those. So trying my luck there. And I already saw Jasmine is interested, so yeah, that's it. And yeah, I gonna vanish again. Oh, the final people I wanted to shout out: the two lovely girls across of my shop from Le Chemical Solution. Vivian knows Vit, I think, because she was there when I met Vivian first time and was confused how someone understands this lovely Forsaken.
Well, there's usually always someone around who can translate, and if you don't understand Vivian, just let her know and she will communicate through gestures or little drawings. So
yeah, the combination of dyslexia and then the, well, lackluster words is always very fun.
Red Fox, did you know that the people who can read Vivianese the best are usually the dyslexic ones? Strangely.
Huh.
That's funny, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
Why can't I read it then?
Yeah, including Kari.
It does take some getting used to. You got to improve your skill in Vivianese in order to, it takes its time.
Maybe in the future. I mean, the last word Vivian said to me, I understood because it was a single thanks. I mean, I'm not knowing that it was Vivian, but she had a quite unique pin on her chest last time.
we don't talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't talk about this, Dave.
Also, quote unquote random RP moment too. Your park, like yours and Kari's park, got me the most annoying running gag now, because one of my two quote unquote adoptive kids from the shop, like Lay, is now teasing M with, "Oh, who's a little good girl?" Because my character usually is always more like a serious or, well, cocky person, and she never lets out like the cutesy one, but she interacted once with the pug in front of the kids, and now she gotta hear that every time.
Be very careful when petting Rupug, though, the Loa fashion. Rupug is Kari's and Vivian's dog, the mascot of TK Studios, and she is very gassy. If you trigger her the wrong way, you will get farted at.
But
I had luck until now, at least.
She's like a little gas bag on four legs.
She. Did I say he? She.
She.
I also had a bet out of character going because we didn't know, and I think I DM'd Kari about it, and I yelled in voice chat when I found out I was right. Yeah. Yeah. Here's my shout out to Lay and Wit, and now I vanish for real. The second time isn't as bad as the first time, I realized.
Right.
Yeah, see, once you've done it, you get the you get the bug, don't you, so to speak?
Yeah, you get
Kari was
more
the same.
at ease.
Yeah, Kari was the same. Kari was the most nervous one of our guests, but now it seems she can't get enough of it.
And we love having her up here.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure, she
Thanks
says.
again. Adios.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you.
Ciao, Kakao. I'm sorry, I had to make the German thing now. Ne?
Tschüss.
Just
Oh, loving it. Speaking of fun moments, however, I believe we have some Wowified songs to read out.
Yes, I was hoping that Zuyago would read them out to us
yes.
in the epic voice.
oh boy. You want me to read these in the epic voice?
Yeah.
Zoo,
Okay.
you know where to find them. These are song titles, mostly created by Kari's character Victoria, the music bot. They are just regular music titles and regular artists that you guys probably know. However, their names have been slightly altered, wowified, we call it, to match the music bot. And here we go.
You want all of them in the voice, or
Yeah, all of them.
how many do you want me to read out?
Yeah, go ahead. And,
Yeah, go on.
Yeah.
All of them, okay. I'll have a go.
Well,
Edge of Glory, Lady Gaga ends in gory, Lady Lala.
What the hell are you saying?
That's his epic voice, Gorgash.
Fuck.
Cake by the Ocean by DNCE.
At this point, you can do a cinematic like trailer for Michael Bay.
By PNCE.
Wait, I couldn't hear that one too.
Say it again, Zoo, sorry.
Cake by the Ocean by DNCE. Take out my potion by PNCE. Seven Nation Army by the White Stripes is Anti-Ham Fist Army by the White Knights.
Poor Ham Fist.
Stuff by Donna Summer is Hoof Stuff by Wanna Summer. Buttons by the Pussycat Dolls is Mutton by the Woofy Scrat Knowles. That's a fun one.
We loved Woofy Scrat Knowles.
What is happening?
Sugar by Maroon 5 is Booga by Doubloon 5. I'm not here to make friends by Sam Smith is I'm just here to set trends by Wham Myth. And last, Stacy's Mum by Fountains of Wayne is Vivi's Mum by Fountains of Wayne.
She's
That's a new nickname for Vivian.
Vivi. Yeah.
Vivi.
Vivi. But usually when people call her Vivi or Vivi, she gets upset though. She doesn't like that.
Also, guys, if you
I don't care.
If you want,
I don't care.
Also, guys, just quickly, if you want to send us more Wowified songs, and if you're on our Discord, link will be in the description of this video. You can do so by submitting a shout out in the getting involved section on our Discord. We will very much like to hear how creative you guys can be.
Oh, and we would love some more topics.
And more topics, please, yeah.
We appear to have lost a couple. So more topics are very welcome.
Yeah.
Yep.
More topics are always welcome.
Absolutely. Well, let us know what topic you would like us to talk about in future episodes, providing that they are WoW and RP related, as is the whole theme of the podcast.
Yes.
Yes.
I just want to ask.
Oh yes, please do.
Did you talk about the Northrend event we had?
Yeah, it's mentioned
Oh,
last episode.
the funny moments. Yes, you're quite right, Gorgash. Thank you.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes, the funny moments I was going to mention a minute ago.
Okay.
Right, let me just find my notes real quick. And not that one. Oh yes. Now, for context, excuse me, we had a RP campaign in Northrend that involved us going to the Sholazar Basin and to discover the source of a resource famine, I suppose you could call it. And we discovered that the source of this problem was a Titan facility that got sabotaged by a lich. So there's ice everywhere. Now, one of our guild members got the center console of this facility working again. However, the console was about to bring the defenses back online because it had been used by someone who was not a Titan or a keeper, whichever the term is. And so we got this funny moment. During an event, the clan entered a Titan facility, as I just mentioned. We came across a console that was damaged. One of the clan, Kwati, who's a goblin shaman, or elementalist, that's the term she used, got to the console working again. However, a voice suddenly announced that the facility's defenses were about to come back online. Kwati frantically presses every flashing button on the console and yells at random, "Alexa, stop!" And my God, I was howling for hours for that. It was absolutely hilarious. Oh, and I got one about you here, Gorgash, as well.
No, I'm good. I don't want to talk about what happened to me. That was the pure unluckiest day I've ever had. So basically, from my viewpoint, imagine this. I was at work, I was tired, I was mentally exhausted. I come from work, hoping to join my friends, to go on an adventure, to slay some booty.
He's making excuses, guys, don't we?
Mm-hmm. And just to have a nice evening. When I join, it's pretty slow going. A troll compliments and tries to flirt with a avatar of a Titan. No big deal. We are all weirdos here. As we go on, we get into a first fight. Well, before that, we have to roll a save roll to before getting bite by what was it? Bugs or was it fish?
It was infected wildlife, if I recall. It wasn't anything specific, yeah.
Guess what I rolled, Crickle? First thing I rolled the whole evening was a critical failure. Excellent. Then we get to a cave, surrounded by rotting undead animals. Great. They force me to distract them. Because I'm the most armored one out of all of them, and because I'm the tank. So they just forced me in there. I immediately go in, distract them. Guess what I rolled? Critical failure.
Hang on, Gorgash.
Yeah.
Yeah, my character Grash told you to divert these animals away from the cave so we can get in. She told you to run past the cave. You walked past the cave and then rolled a crit fail.
Yeah.
And got them immediately surrounded.
Just a casual stroll.
Yeah, and I had Gorgash yell like, "Come here, you son of! Oh God!"
Oh God, it was hilarious. I must say, it was so funny. Quality indeed, but Monk, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Then I rolled a attack, followed by us warriors of the clan have a special ability, like a second wind, so we can hit again. Mm-hmm. I used that for the whole event. And guess what I rolled for it? Critical failure, so it was completely useless.
You rolled 2 crit fails in one. It was absolutely. I was just standing there like, what?
3 critical failure. Well, I know this is out of out of the role-playing thing, but I saved it as a screenshot. I have to say this because it was such a bullying moment. I posted it on the Discord, and one of the party members, he, I'm not gonna mention his name. You guys can do that. I'm not a poopy head, but he was immediately like, just spamming emotes. His emojis on the screenshot.
Oh, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, and then he would screenshot the whole thing, repost it, and just immediately put more emojis on it. And I was just dying.
We found out that Discord can only allows a set number of emojis per post, and so this person was screenshotting the previous post with all the emojis on it, pasting it into the memes channel that we got. Everyone spammed emotes on that, and it just got post after post after post of emojis. It was absolutely hilarious. Yeah.
That would explain all the emotes I saw the other day.
Yeah. Emoji section. It was absolutely
the funniest thing, I just so wanted Gorgash to just like get hit, fall on the ground, and just look at the sky. I think I actually had him do it. He just looked at the sky, wondering what led him here. What has he done? Just rethinking his life decisions.
Oh, you're probably wondering how on earth I got to this situation. Well, it started with a story.
You're probably wondering how I got in this situation.
Yeah, you're probably wondering how I got here. Yeah.
Mega minds.
I don't mean to rush anyone, but this podcast is getting a little bit longer than intended.
Hold on, we still haven't explained everything.
Yeah. Just
and the funny thing is that when we got into the cave, we couldn't fall off the edge. We were even betting in like the party chat or guild chat. We were betting who jumps off the off the cliff because there was a huge cliff down. We were betting. I ran for it, and there was an invisible wall.
Yeah.
My troll went for it first.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
When we got
when we got to the lich, we didn't hide or like sneak up. We just walked up to him like, let's just get this over with.
Yeah, we were supposed to sneak attack the guy, but these guys.
Yeah, I mean, Gorgash was just over it. He was like, let's just get this over with.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh dear. And on that hilarious note, I believe it's time we brought this first live podcast session to a close.
Yes.
I had fun.
This was a very fun one.
It has been a long one. Yeah, it's been a long one, but a very fun episode. That's absolutely sure. Oh, people are asking for Viv's calendar.
I don't have a calendar for this week because I knew this was going to last a little longer than we usually do it. So I didn't want to spend 15 minutes mentioning everything. Yeah. Oh, but I do have to mention that there is a market this Sunday in Stolpen. Yes. Totally improvising this one. There's a market this Sunday in Stormwind in the Mage Quarter, I believe, and it is hosted by Ella Fraser and friends, and many people will be there, so don't miss it.
Yeah, don't miss it. Or
onwards, realm time. Oh, and karaoke on the 15th, and wrestling on the 16th. You know what? Just keep an eye on argentarchives.org or the ADEURP server.
I do. Server.
Anyways, before we end, I just want to talk about something real quick. Something that happened at the market. I don't know if any one of you witnessed it, but Gorgash has gotten into trouble with other Horde members, because because of his opinion on the Alliance, and god damn it, Emery posted a mega mining moment.
This somehow doesn't surprise me, Gorgash. I gotta be honest.
yeah, he got into trouble. He was called a coward by a war song who had a mindset that similar of a certain psychopath and a war criminal called Garrosh.
Oh dear.
Yes. And like there were even blood elves, even a Pandaren who was like alliance scum. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, I'll tell you what. If you want random RP moments, Gorgash is your man for it because he comes up with the most random things.
Indeed, I say the most random stuff all the time.
You
Anyways,
certainly do.
next topic: racing.
Yeah. How about no?
that wasn't us doing it. That was Gorgash leaving. But don't worry. But anyway, I believe it's time to bring the podcast this podcast episode to an end. Thank you very much for the fun we've had during this session. It's been an absolute blast and getting to know you guys a bit more.
Yeah, I loved talking to you guys. Thank you for everyone who went up the stage tonight. We will do another live podcast in the future. I hope you will all join us again, and don't be shy to get up here and talk to us.
Yeah,
and any questions you may have when that one comes around as well.
Yeah, but we I believe we have on our next episode. Are we announcing our host?
Yeah.
Oh yes,
I think we should announce the guest at the end of planned guest at the end of every episode.
I believe. Who is our next guest on our next episode?
That would be Haiku, who runs the Fireside Gathering on the, I believe it's the first Saturday of every month in Orgrimmar.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have any questions for Haiku, let us know through any way you like. You can either make a ticket in the Getting Involved channel in our server. You could send any of us a personal message. Any way you like, and we'll pass it on.
Yep.
Yeah. And as always, this episode will be posted on YouTube, on our Spotify the day after, because I can't upload to two platforms at once. My PC has an aneurysm if I do that.
Oh, it will.
Oh, it
this
will.
One is 2 hours already.
This one, I am readying a blanket and some cocoa for my PC. Don't worry. And once, of course, it goes live, feel free to give it a like, share a comment, and spread the word about our podcast.
Yeah.
As this is the official end of the first season, we may have a little bit of time off before we go on to our second season, just to get some ideas sorted out for what to do on our next one. So feel free to give us any feedback. And if there's nothing else to say,
well, send us all your funny stories, shout outs, and topics you'd like us to discuss.
Absolutely. Send us all your funny stories via our Discord, preferably, and a shout out. So if you want to have a shout, if you want to give a particular person, guild, or event a shout out, you're more than welcome to. But until then, I believe it's time to say goodbye.
Yes. Thank you, everybody, for listening.
All right, but thank you to everyone who came and got involved once again, and see you in the next one.
Yeah.
Ciao, ciao. Tschüss. Doei. Bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.
Arrivederci.